the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Moments away at Little Caesars Arena, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. An intriguing matchup tonight. 2 smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay. I think it's going to be more tactical, though, honestly. You know, if the game is played at a fast pace, that's when the benches come into play, because we'll see who has the bigger bench.
If,
You okay? You all right?
Oh.
You all right?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, sorry, Ernie. Did it go down the wrong pipe?
Something did.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from the Motor City as the Pistons take it to the hardwood at Little Caesars Arena. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. And it's back to Miami for the Heat at the conclusion of today's game. They've hit a rough spot here early, but still have plenty of time in their season to find their way out.
You know, during the course of a long season, every team hits what I call that speed bump. And this team is in that stretch right now. I wouldn't discount them. They still got a chance to be really good. And this could very well just be a bump in the road when we look back on it.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Miami Heat has established that high standard for fitness. Even Eric Spoelstra has gotten into it in his late 40s. The Heat coach says when he's working out, I'm in a different place. The physical, emotional, and mental benefits, I'm hooked. Kevin?
As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself, too. D.A., thank you. Smitty, in the early part of the schedule, teams with good continuity tend to have an edge. Some teams can't form any continuity at any time, early or late in the season.
You love those teams, and sometimes we evaluate too much by talent. And yes, talent can take you over the hump and get you a championship or get you into the playoffs. But when you have that team that's been together, when there's 80-90% of the guys returning, you know this team can get off to a good start. And then also, they usually can sustain throughout the entire year.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. So here's Miami's starting group. Richardson and Johnson are the forwards. Dragic and Wade, the 2 playmakers in the guard spots. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 spot. Now here's Wade. Baseline try, and he hits the jump shot. Here's Jackson. High post, Pachulia. Sinks that one from the post. Dragic with it. And Wade now top of the key. Passes it to Whiteside. And he gets the bucket. Whiteside's got his first points of the night.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
To the paint. It's stolen by Dragic. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Dragic is running. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, terrific pick. Then kicks it right ahead, turning defense into offense.
And on the other side, that's an annoying miscue. Total lack of focus.
Now here's Pachulia. An 11-point game for him in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
The Heat have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Dragic against Jackson. Dragic kicks to Johnson. Shoots over Griffin. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Over Johnson. Fresh 24 for the Pistons.
That's a good opportunity but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion.
Pachulia with the steal. It's stolen by Dragic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Forcing the action, going to the line. Now Dragic wins these battles with his hustle.
And Steve Goran Dragic, the most improved player back in 2014. He led Slovenia to a gold medal at the 2017 Eurobasket tournament.
You know, one of the better European players of the last decade. A slashing penetrator, crafty finishing around the rim as well.
That free throw, no good.
A rare bad trade by the San Antonio Spurs. Dragic was their second-round pick in 2008. They traded his rights to the Suns for a player who didn't even make the roster.
He hits the second from the line. Steve, for the Pistons, improving chemistry on and off the court has been a big focus.
Yes, locker room leadership and pieces that fit together on the court. It's about building a team in every sense of the word.
For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And talk about a battle that just kept going on. It really is a good feeling bringing home a double overtime win.
Now, here's Wade. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass, gave a terrific effort in that department. That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
Bullock passes to Jackson. He kicks it to Griffin. Jackson against Dragic. 5 on the clock, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
You know, and Reggie Jackson, a really solid first season and a half in Detroit, but the last 2 seasons, injuries have really held him back.
And it's tied up with that one. And Reggie Jackson in 2016-17 battling knee tendonitis. Last season, Greg, a severe right ankle sprain.
I mean, he's so important in terms of his impact for the Pistons. An athletic, physical player. When he's right, he can be a difference maker on both ends.
And they take the lead. Jackson's got 5.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
Pass to Richardson. Kicks it to Whiteside. Outside Dragic. To halt the run. No good on that one. Nice D from Griffin. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. And he overshot that one, missing. The Heat have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Johnson can't get it to go.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
To the paint and taken away by Johnson. Now here's Richardson. He's tightly guarded. And here's Wade. The layup missed.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
Bullock passes to Jackson. Griffin against Johnson. Griffin kicks to Bullock. Shot clock at 5. Shoots the 3. That shot off. Now the Heat take it the other way. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his first foul. Whiteside dishes to Wade. Now here's Richardson. He's guarded by Bullock. 6 to shoot. Here's Dragic. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
That was good defense, but better offense by going Dragic, shooting with a hand in his face.
Johnson against Griffin. Pass to Bullock. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Now Wade. Outside Dragic. Over Jackson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. That's 7 points for Goran Dragic. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Just goes to show you that these two teams are always at the top of their games when they go up against one another.
And check out the numbers for Griffin. Great showing for him last season. Last year averaged 21 points per, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Now here's Wade, following the miss by Griffin. From the baseline. No good from Wade.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
Griffin finds Jackson. Outside Griffin. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Dragic and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
Griffin with some nice D. The Pistons trailing. Here's Jackson. Griffin trying to get open. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot. Miami with the ball. Dragic taking his time here. The pass to Richardson. Shoots over Bullock. Off the left rim and out.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
Griffin's shot is off.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. John Lure, he's checked in for Pachulia. Robinson comes in for Reggie Bullock. Langston Galloway's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Smith subbed in for Reggie Jackson. That's good from Blake Griffin. Well, Steve, when it comes down to how this country is developing young players at the amateur level, do you feel winning is overemphasized in relation to individual skill development?
Yeah, great question, Kevin. I think in youth basketball right now, youth sports, I think so much now is individually rating individual players that are playing a team sports. I want to see more of rating the team. And I think also guys getting a chance to understand winning is important. A lot of these tournaments, you play 3 or 4 games a day, and it's not so much about winning. I think it has to come down to win or go home. I love that for youth basketball, and then I also love that you're just getting better. And I would love for some of these youth coaches to move these players around. There's a player right now that might be playing the center spot, but let him try to play the guard spot. I think you got to find a way to do that and talk about winning as a team versus individuals.
Smart stuff. Ellington kicks to Winslow. Back to Ellington. It's deflected. Here's Galloway. Ellington defending. Galloway, the pass to Smith. Back to Galloway. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the elbow. Goran Dragic grabs the board. The Heat trail by 4. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Olynyk finds Ellington. Outside Dragic. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Olynyk. Now Ellington, covered by Smith. Winslow, it's good from long range. Winslow's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Robinson. Out to Smith. There's the triple. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Miami trailing. Winslow, the pass to Dragic. And here is Olynyk, covered by Smith. Pass to Ellington, puts it up. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Detroit's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Griffin. And he gets it to go. Griffin's got 7 points in the game.
You talk about a guy that can finish through contact. That's Blake Griffin.
Dragic against Smith. Now here's Ellington. Tight defense on him. Just 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Kelly Olynyk comes from a basketball family in Canada. His mom was a scorekeeper for the Raptors. His dad coached at Toronto University and actually cut Steve Nash from the junior national team. Wow.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, with Kelly Olynyk, one of those kids who played guard but hit a big growth spurt in high school. Next thing you know, Smitty, he's a 7-footer with perimeter skills.
And he's not bad, Kevin, inside as well. He can score at all 3 levels.
Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
The Heat shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. That one good for 2. Winslow's got his second bucket tonight.
Making things happen in close, that's where Winslow is most comfortable scoring the basketball.
1:15 left here in the opening quarter. Yep, that one goes in there. Lure's got the game tied up here for Detroit. Now here's Dragic. He's coming off a 28-point game against Atlanta. He kicks it to Olynyk. There's the pass to Ellington from deep. Rebound, Detroit.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Griffin. The shot, no good. Dragic with some nice D. To the middle, it's tipped. It's stolen by Smith. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Dragic with some nice D. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Down low, Adebayo. Griffin with some nice D. Tie game in Detroit. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Dwayne Wade talked about the potential of this team as well as the challenges they face this season.
If we understand our potential, can develop to be a great team in this season. But that's the hardest part, is understanding your potential when you have guys who's never been through it, as a collective group. So that's the biggest challenge, is to understand, okay, we're good, guys. We can win some games, but can we get to the next level of being great?
That's the veteran mindset a player like Wade brings to the group.
Exactly. I mean, he's fully aware of the importance of experience, a true leader for his team.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, in this era, everybody likes the three-point shot. I like their commitment to pounding the ball inside.
They've got John Lure. He's out there with Robinson. Ish Smith is out there with Griffin. And it's Galloway in at the 2. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons.
I love the way of Griffin. Eye on the prize, going after the rim. Is either going to dunk it or you're going to foul him. Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Well, as we all know, Blake Griffin, Steve, possessing breathtaking athleticism, but injuries certainly have been a concern.
You're right. A lot of it, just bad luck. A teammate falls on your knee. That kind of thing happens. But his skill level is starting to complement his power. I think he'll be fine.
Now here's Dragic. 5 on the clock. Griffin with the steal. The 8-footer uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 3-point Piston lead.
Big and powerful. Blake Griffin uses his body to his advantage, gets an angle, and finishes.
Ellington kicks to Winslow. With the teardrop, and no good. Nice D from Griffin. Smith inside. He's guarded by Dragic. The shot's good from Smith.
Is he skinny? You bet. But Ish with enough strength to finish through contact.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Dragic. He has 7. Olynyk up top. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Miami no good on that time either.
Rough start to this game. Hits 1 bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
It's good.
He's in a beautiful rhythm. Right now, he's knocking down shots, and he has that scorer's mindset.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Olynyk dishes to Ellington. Smith against Dragic to stop the run. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game. Rebound by Olynyk.
Right spot, wrong time. When the defense collapses on you, kick it out.
Ellington finds Dragic. Passes it to Olynyk. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Winslow, and the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Justice Winslow won a national title at Duke University. The 10th overall pick in 2015. He's a lockdown defender who can guard all 5 positions.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Pachulia, he's checked in for Griffin. Reggie Bullock comes in for Robinson. Kennard, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Ish Smith. The Heat also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Olynyk. Josh Richardson comes in for Winslow. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Here's Wade following the bucket by the Pistons. Here's Whiteside. Rebounded by Jackson. And back in 2015, Winslow the top vote getter for being the steal of the draft, but offensive struggles have held him back somewhat.
Still gaining confidence in his outside shot. But what he can do, he can handle, he can pass, and he's a great cutter. They're still confident he can put it all together.
And Detroit has possession. Following the miss by Hassan Whiteside, Kennard's shot is off.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Now here's Ellington. He's guarded closely. It's Richardson on the wing. The shot. That shot missing. And the Pistons now going the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
Now here's Ellington. Kicks it to Wade. Over Jackson. Miami no good on that time either.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so here is Miami after the basket by Detroit. Richardson kicks to Wade. Drops in the tray. Wade's got 5 now.
Hey, it's not what he's known for, but every so often, Wade does pull up from deep.
Now here's Jackson. Ellington defending. Jackson passes to Lure. Now here's Bullock. He's tightly guarded. Good work there as it goes. And the Pistons lead by 8.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Richardson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Wade against Jackson. Wade, good.
You know, he's never been one to settle. D. Wade will go right at you.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. Now, here's Ellington. After the miss from Reggie Jackson, Ellington finds Richardson. Launches it. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Luke Kennard, the 12th pick in the 2017 draft out of Duke, an outstanding shooter and has a lot more to show in his game.
The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
One shot.
And Kennard, Smitty, went 1 pick in front of Rookie of the Year contender Donovan Mitchell. Some Piston fans ticked off about that.
Yeah, I understand. But he was top 20 in three-point percentage right out of the gate. It's not just about year one. I think Kennard has a chance to be good.
It's stolen by Johnson. Richardson dishes to Ellington. Back to Richardson. Shoots over Bullock. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Oh, Whiteside in position, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Wow, able to adjust in the air, contort his body if need be. Whiteside brutal on the catch and flush.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. The drive by Jackson. Good D by Wade.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
He gets that one.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Pistons leading by 5. Jackson kicks to Pachulia. Back to Jackson, and stolen by Whiteside. Johnson, the pass to Wade. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's foul number 2 for him.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside Jackson, pass to Bullock. To the wing right side. Kennard, the pass to Bullock. Here's Lure. Offensive rebound. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside light off his feet. Plus, he can block your shot with either hand.
Ellington kicks to Johnson. Shot from 12. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Wade.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Lure, the pass to Kennard. Whiteside against Pachulia. Jackson from long range. No good on that one. The Heat go the other way with it. And here's Wade. He's got 11. Rebound, Detroit. Lure's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now, here's Bullock. Richardson cover. To end the cold streak, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one's on Johnson. Well, with Reggie Bullock showing himself to be a terrific secondary scorer.
Doesn't try to do too much, hardly ever turns it over. He's gotten better at attacking and creating for himself and his teammates.
Free throw good, Bullock.
Well, Goran Dragic was selected as an alternate for the All-Star game last season, but this Miami Heat team still lacks star power.
Griffin's checked in for the Pistons. Ish Smith comes in for Reggie Jackson. Then for the Heat, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Whiteside. Justice Winslow comes in for Josh Richardson, and it's Dragic in for Wayne Ellington. And so Bullock nails both of them. The Heat are a playoff caliber team, but hard to see them really, Smitty, breaking through as presently constructed.
They have some quality young players, but make no mistake, they love to swing a trade for a franchise player.
Here's Dragic. Bullock with the rebound. Pistons leading by 5. Up top, Griffin. He's guarded by Johnson. Pachulia finds Smith. Releases. Detroit, no good that time either. Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got 11 points in the quarter.
And for a player 6'4" to finish the way he does inside, D. Wade is something special.
Smith scanning the floor. And the wide open shot from Griffin. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 17 points for Blake Griffin. And there's the call on Pachulia. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
For the Pistons, Robinson comes in for Reggie Bullock, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Luke Kennard. 1:07 left to play in the first half. Wade gets the bucket.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Pistons leading by 4. Smith kicks to Griffin. And taken away by Johnson. By himself. And it's Johnson with the jam.
You love to see it. Biggs giving that kind of effort. Johnson running the floor with energy. He'll do anything to help his team.
Dragic against Smith. Inside. Pachulia with the steal. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Galloway the pass to Pachulia. Smith finds Pachulia. 6 on the shot clock. Galloway. And it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Wade's got 17.
Everything is working for D. Wade. He is turning back that clock.
Blake Griffin getting it done for Detroit. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
Reminds me of Kenny's suit selection. Has been very, very sloppy. Way too many turnovers. They look unorganized, out of control. It's not pretty basketball. The good news, though, they're still in a great position to win the game if they just cut down the turnovers.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
And through the first 2 quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
Well, isn't it nice to have a go-to guy who can punish you inside?
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Detroit. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Wade and Richardson, the 2 wings. And it's Dragic in at the point. Richardson, good.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Jackson against Dragic. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Griffin finds Pachulia, and Whiteside sends it back. Wade has the open look. No good from outside. The Pistons trailing. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Pass to Griffin. More and more teams are emphasizing the transition game, Steve. What do you think it takes to be successful at that?
No, I think it comes down in a transition game if you have players, not just the point guard or the guy assigned to handling the basketball the most, when you have a lot of unselfish players. And what I mean by that is not a lot of guys can pass. You'd love to have that, Kevin, but also guys that will run and understand they won't get the bucket, but because they run and take a defender, that they allow a driving lane for their teammate to be able to score.
Here's Jackson, following the score by James Johnson. 14 feet away. Griffin's shot is good. Griffin's got the game tied up here for the Pistons. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Dragic kicks to Wade. The shot from the low post is good. Wade's got 19 points.
And that's 3 out of 4 now coming out of the break. The offense playing with a purpose.
High post, Pachulia. Back to Jackson. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And here we go with the breakdown tonight of the front court and back court rebounding numbers for Miami.
And you can see the guards have been doing more than their fair share on the backboards. And coaches always preach that gang rebounding. You can't leak out until you secure the rock.
Shot clock at 6. Right side, Griffin.
Able to defend on ball, give help. Whiteside pretty good at redirecting plays.
Dragic against Jackson. Johnson surveying the floor. Puts up a 3. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Detroit the other way. Bullock kicks to Griffin. Johnson with the block.
Sneaky shot blocker. James Johnson is not the biggest guy, but he has the reach to do it.
Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
That was a great pass once the double team came over. He hit the wide open man perfectly.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Griffin. Now the pass to Kennard. Outside for Jackson. No good with the triple.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Wednesday, they'll begin a long road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. Then on Friday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Griffin with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Pulls up on the elbow. That shot by Griffin, no good. The Heat leading by 4. Outside Dragic. He kicks it to Wade. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 5 assists tonight.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Now here's Jackson. 9 points in the game so far. Passes to Griffin. Pass to Kennard. They need this. Miami grabs the miss.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Wade surveying the D. Whiteside inside. Griffin's there. Good work there as it goes. Whiteside's got 6 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Griffin dishes to Jackson. Back to Griffin. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Hassan Whiteside said growing up, he never had a backup plan. He was going to be an NBA player. His huge size made that a pretty safe bet.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
John Lure, he's checked in for Detroit. Robinson comes in for Reggie Bullock. The Heat also changing it up. Bam Adebayo comes in for James Johnson. And Ellington is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Whiteside against Griffin. It's Robinson, top of the key. No good on that one.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
Rockets the pass to Adebayo. Here's Whiteside. And it's off the back rim, no good.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
It's intercepted. Outside Dragic. And Jackson with the block. Griffin draws the double. Jackson finds Lure. Outside Griffin. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Blake Griffin. And Greg, you look at a lot of the volume dunkers over the years, their bodies often wear down. You think of Amari Stoudemire, Antonio McDyess, even Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I think Griffin could see the writing on the wall. He used to get over 200 dunks in a season, now less than half that number. But the trade-off, hopefully, will be longevity and an increased skill set.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
In the past, Detroit put Andre Drummond in the middle, surrounded him with shooters. With Griffin in the fold, more of a classic front court pairing for the Pistons.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Now, here is Robinson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. Steve, the Pistons, 4 shooters, 1 big man model. Much more common nowadays.
Yeah, well, the Pistons can stagger Drummond and Griffin's minutes to get more shooting on the floor. Even playing together, I think they complement each other pretty well.
Now here's Griffin. 20 points for him, and the shot goes in.
No hesitation from Blake on that catch-and-shoot jumper.
The Heat on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. Smith against Dragic. Kicks to Ellington. To the middle. Adebayo with the bucket. Adebayo's got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Smith outside. Griffin looking it over. Griffin draws the double. Deep 2 from Robinson. And the shot is long.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. Now, here is Smith. He has 5. In the corner, it's Robinson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Miami leading by 12. Now Ellington. He dishes it to Dragic. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Justice Winslow. Some last season stats for him. Averaged 7 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Well, Heat fans, not the league's loudest, but they do show up.
They sell out the arena every night. They love their team, and it's a great place to play.
Richardson, he's checked in for Miami. Smith kicks to Lure. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Griffin. Clock at 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, is 3 of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are the 2 things that I wish I had a chance to go back. I would make different choices.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
They have plenty of ball handlers and athletes on this Heat's roster. Despite that, they play at a slow pace. That's just the team's MO.
Griffin hits them both. Well, offensively, the Heat don't run, but they're not shy about gunning.
They don't run, but they shoot a lot of three-pointers. You need that shot to compete in today's game.
Now, here's Dragic. 7 points in the game. Pass to Olynyk. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Griffin's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now the pass to Smith. To the paint. Griffin dishes to Lure. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Lure's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Heat leading by 8. Richardson the pass to Olynyk. Outside Dragic. Here's Adebayo. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Adebayo's got 4 points in the quarter. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Outside Griffin. They double-team Griffin. Olynyk with the steal. There's Winslow. He goes up again. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat. Now here is Smith. He's got 5. Outside for Robinson. Back to Smith. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Wade.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Now, here is Smith.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
That shot is off.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
Winslow against Griffin. It's deflected, but they recover it. Richardson for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Richardson's got 7.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Galloway finds Lure. Passes it to Smith. Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Dragic. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, it's Robinson. Shoots over Winslow. Off the iron that time. Outside Dragic. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Miami Heat riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Griffin is out there with Pachulia. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Galloway in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Now here's Wade. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Wade's got 9 points now in just the second half. Pistons trail by 17. Smith outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Justice Winslow.
Ish Smith, an excellent backup point guard, more than capable of holding down the starting spot as well.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Well, Steve Ish Smith with speed to burn. Man, can he fly.
Like a rocket, he pushes the pace. As fast as he plays, he keeps his turnovers extremely low.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. James Johnson's checked in for Miami. Smith hits them both.
You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws.
Here's Adebayo. It's stolen by Smith. He feeds it to Griffin. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The defense slow to react that time. Smith makes them pay using his quickness.
Richardson kicks to Johnson. Fade away. Rebound by Smith.
You know, this is a time where you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steve, the Pistons still one of the better defensive teams in the NBA, but wouldn't you say there is still room for improvement there?
Yeah, I think so, especially since Drummond is so young. He's the key, though. Also, Blake Griffin makes them a better rebounding team.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. That one is no good.
Last season, the Heat, they were a 6th seed in the East. They had a first-round exit, fell to the Sixers in 5. Just didn't have enough firepower offensively.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
If I'm Blake Griffin, I'm telling my teammate, throw it higher. I'll go get it.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Adebayo. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Well, the Heat, by average margin of victory, actually had a better team in 2017 when they narrowly missed the playoffs.
The reason why they made a furious run down the stretch showed how good this team can be when they're firing on all cylinders. He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Richardson against Smith. It's Richardson on the wing. Rebound, Detroit. Pachulia's got 5 rebounds tonight. Top of the key. That one wide left.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Now here's Richardson. And again, Miami with the triple.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
Smith the pass to Pachulia. Pistons passing it around. Out to the right wing. Johnson against Griffin. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's Wade with the jam.
You know, he's built like a running back. Wade can bounce off contact.
Well, Smitty, Dwayne Wade back for another season in a Miami Heat uniform.
Great to see a legend and a future Hall of Famer still putting in work. The most important player in franchise history. He belongs, Kevin, in a Heat uniform.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Pistons. And then for Miami, Hassan Whiteside comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Dragic in for Justice Winslow. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Now here's Jackson. Over Dragic. Detroit, no good that time either.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
They grab their own miss. Tries again. The offensive rebound. Jackson dishes to Griffin. Now here's Bullock. He's covered closely and stolen by Richardson. To the inside, Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And that's what you want to see more of from James Johnson, being authoritative at the rim.
Griffin finds Jackson. The NBA is so financially stable right now, Steve. What's it been like watching this growth for the league overall?
You know, I've loved it because I think the partnership has been phenomenal. The league is growing both for players and also organization. They've done a nice job of getting a chance to hammer out some of these issues to making it worthwhile financially for the league and also financially for the players.
Here's Wade following the score by Reggie Jackson. Fast break Detroit. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Jackson. He kicks to Bullock. And stolen by Richardson.
This is, and I think his coach would agree, unacceptable. 1 turnover in the first half, now multiple turnovers since the break. Too much.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Jackson misses. Heat on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. No good from Dragic. Pistons trail by 20. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Here's Griffin. Up top, Bullock. Rejected by Whiteside.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. Off target with his 3. Griffin kicks to Jackson. Feeds it to Bullock. Here's Griffin. Trains the 3-pointer. Griffin's got 12 points in just the second half.
And that evened things out. He had a 3 early in the first half, now gets 1 in the second.
Here's Richardson. Pass to Dragic. 6 to shoot. Looking to end his cold spell, and it falls over the rim and in. And the Heat lead by 19.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Jackson from long range. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Tough to cut into a lead when you can't make shots. He's been off all period.
And Griffin sends it back.
I love the defensive intensity from Blake Griffin on that play.
Dragic gets the bucket.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
You know, I wonder, where's the passion? You can't afford a no-show here on the defensive glass.
That shot wide open.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Wade on the wing. The turnaround. Rebounded by Jackson.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
Bullock kicks to Jackson.
Reggie Jackson, a great season and a half spent in Detroit. Since that time, injuries have slowed him down.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Jackson dealing with knee tendonitis, Steve. Then last season, a serious ankle sprain.
Grade 3, as bad as it gets. One of the league's most imposing point guards. He's got to be right, though.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And not too long ago, Reggie Jackson signed a 5-year, $80 million deal. A lot of pressure on him to earn that money.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. Smith checked in for Reggie Jackson.
On the floor, Smith.
Richardson with it. Outside Dragic. Kicks it to Whiteside. Pass to Wade. 6 on the shot clock. Over Pachulia. Miami no good on that time either. And so Griffin will bring it up for Detroit. Smith outside. There's the pass to Griffin. Down low. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, this is what makes Griffin special. We know he can score, but he's a good passer as well.
Dragic against Smith. Passes it to Whiteside. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
Here's Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
And the first one drops. And Richardson drops them both. Well, we've seen the growth of the G League, especially in how much it's been utilized for player development. A lot of guys going up to the NBA level. Steve, how do you think we'll see this evolve over the next 10 years?
I think the G League and this partnership with the NBA and teams has been fantastic. It's kind of similar to baseball right now in the minor leagues, and the teams have done a great job of having the flexibility to bring guys up and down. I love it for a lot of these young guys to get a chance to develop and also be a part of, I would say, the big team.
Excellent point. Here's Johnson after the basket by Detroit. Shoots over Griffin. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
Out to Smith. Out to the right wing. And another turnover here by Detroit. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Wade outside. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Shot clock at 5. Johnson down low. He's guarded by Bullock. A shot by Johnson, no good.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Now, here's Bullock. Richardson cover. Outside Griffin. Another 3 for Detroit.
Look at Blake Griffin knocking down that three-point shot. You can see the increased confidence he has with it.
Wade kicks to Adebayo. Pass to Richardson. Here's Dragic. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Dragic has got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, tremendous quickness off the pick and roll. Goran Dragic will run this on you all day.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Heat.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Dwayne Wade.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Richardson, good.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 13. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for. And the Pistons with possession here. Galloway, the pass to Pachulia. Olynyk against Lure. Here's Pachulia, and Pachulia with the dunk.
And this is how Pachulia gets a lot of his points. Crashing the glass.
Up top, Dragic, covered by Smith. Outside, Dragic. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Dwayne, congrats on the win. Did you feel tonight like you needed to take over a little bit more than usual?
Well, when you're on the basketball floor, you got to do something. You got to make an impact, and I just try to make an impact either way. So, our guys did a great job. That's what it's all about right now.
And they took their cue from you, Dwayne. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.